Hey y'all, what it do? This is New Modern Perspective. We out here covering Atlantic Station. I'm Amby,
I'm Tangi.
and we wanted to tell you to tune in with us at Sunday,
4 p.m. Don't be late.
right? So we can get all the topics that you guys do not want to talk about. We got you. We got you.
What's good, y'all? This your boy Hollywood from Modern Perspective Podcast, man. We at DreamHack ATL 2026. We back at here again, man, with all the celebrities, the influencers, the content creators, the podcasters, the streamers, the gamers, collaborating and having fun, man. I want y'all to tune in to Modern Perspective Podcast on Sundays at 8 p.m. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right, y'all. I want to welcome everybody to Modern Perspective Podcast. We live in this thing. It's May 31st, Sunday. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in before the show and after the show. Because I know we have a lot of people who come to our YouTube channel and watch our show after the show. And I also want to remind y'all, we also have highlights and clips of each show after the show also that you can catch for the people who did miss the highlights. I want to start off with this segment that we have. It's the Kim Kardashian skims. So basically, Kim Kardashian is being accused of smuggling drugs through her line, but they're not sure if it's somebody putting the drugs in it or it's actually her doing it. But I want to see, I want to hear Manny's perspective when it comes to this situation. Do you think that Kim Kardashian is doing it, or you think that somebody's using her line to smuggle these drugs?
I think both actually. I think she may play a role in it, and also somebody is using her of course, sort of like that to use her line. Because I don't know, I'm not trying to discredit her from her. She been going to like law school and trying to get her I forgot what the license was called or whatever like that when trying to become an attorney or whatever like that. But yeah, she's been doing all that or whatever like that. So I don't know. It kind of seemed like that might be a reason why, so she can better, a lot of criminals like to study law so they can be better than criminals. So that's kind of
Mm.
what I think. Not saying she's a criminal, but like I said, you just never know nowadays with these folks.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, that's a good thing because it's like, yeah, she did study criminal justice, so she like people who study it know how to go through the loopholes and understand what's possible and what they can't do. So that's a really good perspective on the topic when it comes to the skim line smuggling drugs. I want to see what Tangi thinks about the situation. What's her perspective on it all?
I'm kind of piggyback off of Manny. I think it's like both third party, like someone probably paid someone that they know that that's what she's doing. So they're like, I'm gonna pay you off. Let me just give you something so I can be able to put my product through here, and we just act like we don't know. We just play it cool type thing.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. It could be organized crime. It could be both, like everybody all in it. Like she probably know somebody who's a big drug dealer and say, hey, well, let me goddamn smuggle these drugs in your goddamn line, and I'm gonna pay you off, and you know, we don't get caught up. The truck driver gonna get caught up in the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to toss it off to Ambi. Let's see what Ambi feel about the situation when it comes to the Kim Kardashian skim line smuggling.
I think that social media is running too far with this. Like, Kim, money. Kim ain't out here pushing no drugs, trying to be no dope dealer. Like, M's in the bank, cosmetic clients, and smoke. Like, she ain't out here trying to be a hood rat. I believe that somebody, like a regular Joe Smo ass person, just so happened to be using her stuff to sneak their product in her bag, like, to get it out here. I don't think she even involved in that whatsoever. Like, Kim way too classy for that. She got other bitch. Anyway, she got other shit going on, and she not broke. She ain't down bad to be out here in these streets hustling and pushing dope. Like, that's not even her type of swag. Like, if you know Kim, you know she better than that. So, nah, I don't think she associated with that at all. I think they just using her stuff. Like, maybe some broke broad using her product because, oh, it was cheap to order and I can use this packaging. Like, I don't think she has anything to do with that at all. At all.
Yeah, my opinion of it, it's a great scheme if that was what they was purposely trying to do in the get-go, you know, have a line to smuggle drugs. I mean, no one's gonna think about looking through women's wear. You know, that's the last thing people are thinking about when it comes to drug smuggling. But apparently, you know, somebody caught wind. You know, thinking about it, like when you're doing organized crime, people be talking too much. You know, if someone always talking or someone always going to spill the beans, they always going to try to figure out how to get there. You know, people run their mouth too much, and sooner or later, that's how they caught up and figured out, hey, y'all are smuggling drugs through the skims. You know, yeah, I think. I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to just assume that Kim Kardashian knew what was going on, but like, if she did, you know, it was a perfect plan. If it was, because she's not going to be penalized from it because she was not a part of it. You know, the dots don't lead back to Kim Kardashian. You know, they can't say, oh, Kim Kardashian handpicked some cocaine and put it in a bag. You know, nobody can say that. So. But let's go ahead and go to the next subject, y'all.
Today, so all of you stay here. All of you are getting criminally trespassed.
Whoa! Now again? 2 days in a row?
Hey! Hey!
Tell.
Hey! Come here!
Chill. She's trained. I'm not doing no cops. She look good. She can't do that. She can't do that. Well, tell her just come on. Wait. What are you yelling for though?
How you gonna give us trespass if not one employee told us to leave?
You yelling?
No, not a single employee came up to us.
I'm not arguing with y'all about this,
I'm saying,
all right? I come in here, y'all are arguing.
Wait, hold on. Not a single employee told us to leave. Every day.
Every single one of y'all.
How am I doing?
All y'all say
Listen, I'm saying, but what do we do? You can't give us
dude,
a
I literally
trespass.
walked in and y'all are yelling. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hey!
I'm saying, why is no employee telling us to leave?
I don't think nobody said that.
Hey.
Oh my God.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and go on with this topic. So we're talking about how the Clover Boys was told that they're criminally trespassing by a police officer. I mean, I don't think that she's authorized to tell someone that they're criminally trespassing just because they're a large group of people together, in my opinion. But let me figure out Manny's opinion since this was one of his topics that he highlighted.
Yeah, I think kind of like what you said, like how they said, did nobody tell them to leave the store or leave the premises? So how is they, considered trespassing unless this is like a reoccurrence? But that's why I started thinking while I was just looking at the video again. I'm like, maybe that's why nobody told them to leave the store or said anything about them, doing what they was doing because, Walmart is a hot spot when it comes to like streamers and content and stuff like that. A lot of people go to Walmart to make videos, so maybe they already had an incident prior to, and yes, they just like they fed up. They not finna, personally deal with it, so they just went straight to the calling the cops type shit or something like that. But yeah, I still don't think it will be considered like trespassing for real if you never gave them a warning. Just because somebody else came in this bitch and did something prior don't have nothing to do with what I come here and do for real. But like I say, I just feel like they were just bored and were just in that bitch playing around for real.
Yeah, I think that's a great perspective. I mean, because like that makes more sense. It makes way more sense if they was already told or they had an incident beforehand that led up to this, rather than, oh, well, they're just famous influencers or streamers and we're gonna kick you out just because, hey, we know y'all cause issues, we know y'all cause problems, we know y'all are some hooligans. That's a really good perspective. Tansy, go ahead, tell me how you feel about it.
I had researched that one a little bit. I just think at first I was looking at it and I was just saying it looked like there was like my first interaction when I see.
Tansy, you breaking up really bad. Tansy, you can take your video off. If you take your video off, you can get a better connection or at least give us just the audio so it's not freezing up so bad because at this point you're frozen. Yeah, so it looks like Tangi is timing out. Let's hear Amy's perspective. Amy, let's hear your perspective while she's trying to recalibrate her audio and video.
You want to know how I feel about a bunch of children getting banned from Walmart?
Yeah, pretty much. Some young streamers.
Like I come from an area of Atlanta where we don't condone shit like I guess you call little pranks or whatever in our town and our city because it's a bad look on the society and the people around. So when people from a lower standards, aka like hood rats, come to our town and want to show like dumb stuff in our stores for clout, it's like, bro, we not with that over here. Take that back where you came from. So we don't really like that type of environment in these type of areas. So I don't blame them. Hell yeah, people. If I can get banned, you can get banned. Anybody can get banned. Hey, them little boys think they was any better to not get banned in Walmart. Like, bro, you out here showing your ass in these people's establishment. You're not professional. You're not conducting yourself in no type of promoting the business. You're not helping the business. You're not contributing to the business. If anything, you're making a mockery of that company. It's like, look, kid, go find something better to do, bro. Like, you childish and immature. Get the hell out of our establishment. Like, they have the right to do so. Like, Georgia is an at-will state. They can do whatever they want in their establishments. And telling them little kids to go find somewhere safe to play was, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Really don't. Especially, like, what the hell? Like, I don't even know them folks. Hell, you better be glad they didn't get 9 times out of 10, you go up to somebody's establishment showing your ass, you're gonna go to jail. Well, around here you would. I don't know about where they at. Okay.
All right.
That's how I feel about it.
Okay, let's go back to Tangi and how she feel about the subject.
I'm sorry, I didn't know what happened, but I was just basically saying it just seemed like uh when I first initially looked at it, I seen a lot like a lot of young teenage boys, whatever. I just seen like a sense of misdirection, like they could have talked to them a different way. It's a way of doing things. It's how you speak to people and how you do things can get something happen quicker than yelling and the forcefulness using your badge to be very unprofessional and make things escalate. So yeah, I just feel like even especially if Walmart, if like they said the Walmart employees didn't even say nothing, they didn't have no problem with it. I don't understand what was the issue with the police having a problem with it.
That's a that's a real good one, y'all. That's a real good one. That's a real good one, Tangi. Well, I feel like everybody has said their perspective on this topic. Let's go to our last topic for this Sunday, and let's move forward. All right.
It's official. We're sending people to Mars, and this 20-year-old is the first in line.
Hi, I'm Melissa Carson, and I'm going to Mars.
Keep watching for the full story of Alyssa and why exploring Mars is important for all of us. She's only 20 years old, and already Alyssa has been put on the fast track to learn as much as she can about Mars. Why? Because she's going there. Why do we need to go to Mars?
The idea of going to Mars really gives us a whole lot of benefits. You know, Mars is that baby step in learning how we are going to live on other planets, which we will eventually have to figure out how to do. So we're going to be learning about Mars, but the ultimate goal is to terraform it so we're able to live there one day.
The end goal is to turn this rusty planet into this, a fully livable ecosystem, just like Earth, a place where plants can grow into green, luscious habitats, a place where water flows through rivers, a place where animals can call their homes forever.
And a place you can call your home too.
But how could this be possible?
All right, y'all. So since this was Amy's topic, I want to start it off with Amy. You giving me your perspective on it because this is the topic that you had highlighted.
That girl is dumb as hell. Talking about something, we gonna go to Mars. No, you gonna go to Mars. That's why it's a one-way trip for just your ass. Because anybody with any kind of sense know that just because Mars does have land, plants, water, all that, we can't survive on that motherfucker. We can't do none of that. Like, we cannot. Like, the air, the temperature, like, if you really do your research on Mars, it seems inhabitable, yes. But just because it seems inhabitable don't mean we can go live over there. We can't. These are not meant to live over there. And the crazy part about it is no one notices that. Everyone thinks it's just this innovative way on new planets. Because saying we got to go live on different planets in the first place. Like, it's clear from astrology, we don't even have the resources to halfway do any type of investigating on these type of planets. While they talking about, oh, we got to turn them into livable places. Like, we can barely look at them without our products and stuff getting destroyed, like our satellites and stuff like that. And you finna put a whole human being on a planet where as soon as she step off, she gonna fry. And some most stuff, man. Okay. And they call it a one-way trip, talking about, oh, it's gonna be a new wave, this, that. They finna go kill that girl. That little girl is finna die. And ain't nobody gonna say shit about it. Like, bro, they not gonna say nothing about it. She gonna go over there, and we ain't never gonna hear from that little girl again. It is what it is. She just done so. One-way trip, suicide mission. That's exactly what it gives.
What'd you say? He said a one-way trip, suicide mission.
That little girl again, she done pissed somebody off in the government, and they finna send her ass to the moon. One-way trip to Mars by yourself. Cause why is she going by herself? Come on now. If we supposed to be making a whole civilization, restarting life over there, why is she going by herself? Just one person. So she gonna be the god of Mars. She gonna rebuild everything for us to go over there. Come on now. If this was so experimental to build society, why not send 5 people over there? Why not send a little congregation of people over there and see how they do? Why are you sending just one person on a one-way mission and then literally saying it's just never gonna come back?
And the thing
No
about
doubt.
it, how advanced, the thing about it, our technology is so advanced, we can just send a robot over there.
Okay.
A robot that
Barely.
can
Barely.
you know, I mean, we don't need to put an actual human life in danger, in my opinion. Like, we could literally have a robot that can withstand the temperatures and the atmosphere and don't have to worry about breathing and all that other stuff. That's how I see it. It's like there's no need for you to go to Mars. You know, I understand the first human on Mars is historical, it's groundbreaking, but at the same time, it's no need when our technology is so advanced that we don't need a human risking their life to even go on Mars.
Hell, if anything, to use something of lesser contribution to, like, I guess, get the research up. Like, you putting a whole human on there on some experimental shit. Come on now, use some fish or something. Put a worm on there first and see if he survives. Like I don't think that girl thinking that shit through. She's just doing that shit for clout.
And let's allow someone else to get their perspective on the topic. Manny, what do you think about the situation?
That shit definitely is strange. Like Ambi said, it's definitely a one-way trip. They gonna leave her ass in space for sure. And it sounds like she volunteered for it, so you know it's a win-win for them because shit, she wanted to do it. Like you said, though, I was thinking the same thing. Like, why not send a robot or a monkey or some type of animal out there or something else type shit? They could even just send surveillance. They could send a damn rocket ship out there and just put a camera on that bitch. That's how far we is with technology. But like you said, you can't help dumb people. You know, there'll be some smart dummies out there where shit, she went and did all this research to be an astronaut, so she just wanted to put it to use, I feel like. And you know, white people being white people.
I mean, it's more of she want to make history. You know, she been going to NASA and studying all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it means a lot to her, you know.
But to me, though,
that's
I
what
don't feel like
it
her
means a
ass
lot
gonna
that
really
she's
go
been
to
studying and
Mars.
go to NASA. But I definitely agree that it's not the smartest idea to go on a suicide mission.
I don't think she going to Mars though. I think her ass gonna get lost in space. I don't think we that advanced in technology to even go to Mars for real. So, like I said, she really just like
because Mars does take even going to the moon, it takes a lot of jet fuel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that jet fuel is expensive as fuck. It's like billions of fucking dollars.
Definitely billions.
No, apparently y'all did not hear how her trip has magically been postponed. It's been pushed back. I'm guessing other people who actually has common sense have realized that, if she goes, she gonna die. And the government is trying to, cover their asses. So it's been postponed for now until they can figure out how to get her over.
So Tanji, you give your perspective on the topic. Tanji, can you hear me?
She muted. You muted, Tanji.
You muted. Tanji, you muted.
I bet y'all gonna pop on this grill, so yeah.
I unmute my camera. Can you hear me? I did.
Yeah.
I unmuted.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Can y'all hear me? Let me see.
Yeah, y'all.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure y'all hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my topic is I said it before. I think they just use us for experimental reasons. Like, they human people sometimes They used to use the little dolls and stuff for like the car crash. So I think they just started using us as subjects and test dummies. To be honest with you.
For real though. They really are though.
Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, they don't need us. I mean, like they don't need humans to go there. So I feel like they're just trying to fulfill her dream. You know, it's more of a dream for her. Like she's been studying her whole life. She been dreaming her whole life to make this accomplishment. But
makes her think
we're gonna have.
That's the kind of red flag that she even said. If you really think about it. Like she did.
All right, y'all. So that's the end of our stream. We're going to start back on Thursday. We will have a whole video of it's supposed to be a birthday type of thing for me. We're gonna go to we'll have a nice little party, and we're going to be live streaming our topics. So please tune into those topics, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in every Sunday. Also, a reminder that when we do our live streams, it's going to be on 4 p.m., not 8 p.m. anymore. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I'm glad everybody came. All right.